So, your friend tells you their system. What do you do now? Well, good for you, I'm making this video to tell you what to do. So first off, what is a system? A system is when an individual, due to extreme trauma from the ages of 0 to around 9, never has their ego states fused, which ego states are from, I can't remember his name, but there's a guy. There's a guy who has a theory of disassociation which states a child is born of several ego states, like happy, sad, angry, and they all fuse as the child ages. But in cases of extreme trauma, these states do not fuse, creating what is known as a system. Oh my god, hello! You want to say hi to the camera? Hi! If you want to support your friend, this video will teach you how, basically. So, let's get into it. So like any normal friendship or relationship, you're gonna need some boundaries. For systems, you have a couple boundaries you wouldn't normally have in relationships. And the main one that I really think is important to ask is to ask if your friend wants to be treated as an individual, like all parts as one person, like they don't tell you who's fronting or anything like that. Or if they want to be addressed as individuals. Now, if they want to be addressed as Ash, if they want to be addressed as an individual, cool, you just move on how you've already been. But for individuals, you're going to have a couple more boundaries you want to ask about. First off, what are the individual's pronouns? What are their names? And most importantly, how will you know who is fronting? Now, me personally, I like to make either fronting bracelets that indicate the name of who's fronting, along with like a color pattern or something. Or you could get like little pins you put on. Another thing I've seen people do is each altar has, this only really works for lower system counts, but each altar has like an accessory they put on when they're fronting. That way if multiple altars are fronting, you can just have multiple things on. But the main one really that everyone uses is just verbal. You just tell them as soon as you see them. And something else that I don't see mentioned a lot, you need to set boundaries for you too. If it makes you uncomfortable to talk to like littles, which are parts that are younger, then tell them you can't deal with that. If you can't handle someone having a panic attack, then no fault on you. It's hard to deal with that, even for people who aren't panicking. You tell them that, because more importantly than their comfort is the comfort of the whole relationship. It's not a one-way street. And of course, ask as many questions as you want. We love questions. It just means you're willing to help us. So I think that's one of the most important things you can do. For who's fronting, there's also 2 apps that I recommend. So one's Discord. It's an app called Plural Kit that you download and you set up a system catalog within Discord. That one's really useful if you're talking to online friends, because that way they'll just know. And another app that I really recommend, which it's a shame that the creators support some kind of sketchy things, but it's called Simply Plural. And this app is another system catalog, except you have every altar and you can push a button and it shows you who's fronting, and your friends can make an account and they can view who's fronting at the time if you update it. I always forget to update it. One thing that I want to address before we move forward is you really have to ask what their triggers are, because you don't want to trigger like a panic attack or anything. Now for me, that's just something I already tell people in relationships before I even tell them I'm part of a system, because, you know, your boy's got some mental illness. It is not fun to just randomly be triggered by something your friend says. So be sure to ask about that, because that is really important. And also, some things you want to ask is, do they need help grounding, which is coming out of disassociation, if you didn't know. Do they want to be left alone when they're having a panic attack or a disassociative episode? Are they okay with physical touch? Or do they go nonverbal, which all of those are okay. And as long as they tell you, everything should be fine. You also can do your own research and figure out what works for you too, or you and your system friend. Research is really important. I have a couple sites that I'll try to remember to link in the description. So check those out. I think it's only one, actually, and then I just read the DSM-5. Overall, you just have more friends now, and I wish you both well. If you watch this video, I'm sure you're a very great friend, and I'm really proud of you. So that's all I really have. Bye, guys. I'll see you later.